gamers? How we doing today? No April Fool's goofs or gaffs here. I was actually going to play a different game for April Fool's, but I couldn't decide on something that'd be funny enough, so I didn't end up doing it. I sat looking at my Steam library and opened a couple maybe games I could have played instead, but I couldn't think of any. I was like, nah, not funny enough. Nah, I actually do want to play this in the future. Nah. So, no goofs, no gaffs. Sag. But we're back with Miles Edgeworth Investigations. Yay. It'd be so funny if I hit start and it just starts playing like a completely different game. Actually, guys, today we're going to be playing Scribblenauts. I panicked. I literally just minimized the window and just looked at the first game I saw on my desktop. Actually, we're playing Scribblenauts today. Sorry. Ooh, Jazz Punk would have been good for today, but I already played Jazz Punk, and then it crashed my stream, and then never played it again. There's some good ones I probably could have done. Maybe. But all the ones that I would have done, I do want to play in the future on stream. So, no. Let's continue. That's right, we're cross-examining Mr. John Doe. Mr. John Doe. Completely normal guy with a totally real name. Sorry, moving my microphone. I've been in editing hell for the past week. I was gonna get the new video on my channel out today, actually, but then this stuff happened and I couldn't release it. I'm like, oops. I gotta go back and edit that. Oopsie. Alright. Doe's deposition, part 2. I am no assassin. I am a simple ice cream seller. One who happened to be wearing a red raincoat while watching the president speak. I know. My controller's playing April Fool's jokes on me. I was as surprised as anyone when his bodyguard sprang into action and the shots rang out. That's when the spectators panicked and started running and screaming for their lives. Now, are you finally satisfied that I am telling the truth? No, I will never be satisfied. Sorry. I've been watching a lot of musicals lately. I've gotten back into my musical phase. As if. Your story stinks. You don't scare me. The evidence is on our side, you know. He's got a cute ice cream. He's a little guy. Just a little lad. Look, it's right there, plain as day. The assassin, and they're wearing a red raincoat. Boom. It looks like they're about to kill Winston Payne, though, and I love that. Intriguing. But that is not me. Oh, come on. Tell me, Mr. Edgeworth, do you really think I was the only one in the entire park wearing a red raincoat today? Yeah. Probably. I do, actually. But then why? Why does he seem so sure of himself? Like, it'd be one thing if it was just a red raincoat we found. But the fact is it was hidden, and we know it's your raincoat. He seems sure of himself because he's trained for this, Miles Edgeworth. I am no assassin. I am a simple ice cream seller. One who happened to be wearing a red raincoat while watching the president speak. I was as surprised as anyone when his bodyguard sprang into action and the shots rang out.
Hold it!
So you saw the bodyguards move before you heard the gunshots? Yes. If I recall correctly, they moved first. At least the one on the left did. You're rather observant, Mr. Doe. I am blessed with keen eyes. The names of the bodyguards were written in the top left corner of the security plan. And the one on the left was Rook. That's correct. Bastion Rook, I believe. Why do you know the bodyguard's name? I expect he noticed the light from the laser sight. The man is no amateur. Mr. Doe knows a little too much about the business of being a bodyguard for my liking. I'd say our friend here is no amateur either. I'd like you to append what you just said to your testimony, if you don't mind. As you wish. Okay, so Edgeworth caught on to that too, that it was kind of weird that he knew his first name. Why you on a first name basis with the bodyguard? The bodyguard on the left, Bastion Rook, was it? Was especially quick to respond. Okay. As I suspected, you are more than what you claim to be, Mr. Doe. You overestimate me, Mr. Edgeworth. Oh, then tell me how a simple ice cream seller knows one of the presidential bodyguard's names. What? You jest, surely. You were the one who spoke their names aloud. No one said the first name. No one said a first name. Rook and Knight, was it?
Objection!
We only know those names thanks to the security plan. But look closely. Only their surnames appear. Yet we all clearly heard you say the name Bastion Rook. How did you come to possess such information? Informations we ourselves didn't have. I love the ice cream being the one to show his emotions. It's great. Seems pretty darn suspicious to me. Well, how did you know? Explain yourself. It was merely a slip of the tongue.
Another lie. He is the assassin, just like we said.
Come now. Oh. Come now, miss. It's a little soon to be jumping to some such conclusions. Sir, your ice cream is steaming. I did know their names, yes, and the reason for that is, what, they bought ice cream from you? Is that it? Well, I know Mr. Rook. He and I are acquainted. Okay. He asked me to kill the president. What? We have something of a connection. Oh my god, he actually did. I was just joking. And his is a name I could never forget. You think we're stupid, pal? Stop lying! I am not lying. I am, as I always have been, a simple ice cream seller. And an acquaintance of Bastion Rook. Yes.
Objection!
And I suppose Mr. Rook will confirm that? It should be easy enough for him to remember his good friend, the slippery ice cream seller, correct? Please, you are more than welcome to ask him, although I think that might be difficult right now. I would imagine he's rather busy ensuring the president's safety. But suppose you are able to speak with him, and he does deny that he and I are acquainted. How will that help you prove that I was the shooter?
Objection!
Because it means... If you weren't the shooter, why take off your raincoat? He was so much smarter in the Matt on Guard case. Aside from the gender slip-up he did, but, like, he was so much smarter. He seems dumb in this one. If you weren't the shooter, why take off your raincoat? Because it was no longer raining. In fact, it had grown quite warm. Then why hide it? You took it off in a hurry, that's why the button got ripped off. Come on. Far better to let my wound breathe, no? Or would you rather I had let it fester? Is he actually going to worm his way out of this?
What are you waiting for, Mr. Edgeworth? Hurry up and arrest the man. He's clearly guilty. If I were you, he'd be in jail already.
Sure. You might be willing to arrest the man without sufficient proof, but I am not. Objection? Objection? I object. Don't know about that one, buddy. I think you guys would sit pretty much on the same wavelength with just arresting people because they were there.
Oh, come on, Mr. Edgeworth. There's gotta be something you can do.
Like, let's say he's actually innocent. He would have been arrested by now, and it would have had this would have all had to be solved in court. Was Phoenix right? Like, let's say he wasn't the assassin. He just happened to be wearing a red raincoat and being in the same spot as the assassin and stuff. He would have been already in handcuffs.
There's gotta be something you can do. Shocking scenes here as the culprit seems all but certain to escape justice.
It seems the court of public opinion has spoken. Very well. As I will clearly be viewed with suspicion no matter what I say, I might as well share what I know. What you know? What's his angle here? I saw them. I saw another person with a red hood. Little Red Riding Hood. What? Are you kidding? It's the person you captured in your photograph. I first noticed them just before the president's speech began. It was still raining then. Their outfit was the same color as my own, which is what drew my attention, as did the laser beam that was aimed directly at the president's head. He's claiming there was another red-hooded person. Preposterous. I knew that if anyone saw me dressed similarly to this individual, I could fall under suspicion myself. And so naturally, I removed my raincoat. Okay.
Objection!
That seems like bullcrap, but okay. So not only did you see the assassin, but they were wearing exactly the same thing as you? How very convenient. Yeah, this, like, come on. This would not fly under any circumstances. I had a thought you might find it far-fetched, hence my not mentioning it until now. I know you law enforcement people are very skeptical types. You would never have believed me. Especially not if I had said that the shooter was standing right next to a certain prosecutor. Well, I know you don't mean me. I wasn't even summoned until after the shooting. Yeah, it was Winston Payne. It's in the photo. We can see it in the photo. This does not prove his innocence. Being like, oh yeah, the shooter, I saw him standing next to that guy. Okay. How does that prove your innocence? You would know that if you were the shooter as well. Like, come on. No, not you, Mr. Edgeworth. Your colleague over there.
Huh? Me? Oh. Huh? Me?
Yes, the photograph will prove it, I am sure. Does not prove your innocence. Does not. You see, right there, in front of the person with the red hood.
That's me. Yes, but what exactly are you saying?
What's his endgame here? As I mentioned, I've been following your investigation with some interest, Mr. Edgeworth. And while pondering the details, I noticed something strange. Strange? What exactly? Come now. A man of your talent should be more than capable of spotting a contradiction such as this. I'm afraid I don't follow.
The picture shows the chief prosecutor, Mr. Payne, and the shooter. But there's nothing weird about that, is there?
Think carefully. The picture was taken right in the middle of the president's speech. One of the other pieces of evidence you have gathered is inconsistent with what we've seen here. How does he know what evidence we have? What is Mr. Doe talking about? Which piece of evidence is inconsistent with what's in this picture? Okay, yeah, I was wondering about this because in her tape, you can hear, yeah, the high-pitched gentleman and the older gentleman, and yeah. It's gonna be Tabby's the one in the raincoat, isn't it? Because she was directly behind them. And I think she said she was behind them.
Take that!
I did notice that first, before we found the raincoat. I was like, or before we found, Doe. I was like, that's weird. Of course. The tape. It contradicts the photograph. So you've noticed that last.
What's he going on about, Mr. Edgeworth?
Someone's missing. Someone who should be here.
Huh? But who?
Who indeed? The person who is missing from this photograph it's Tabby. It's Tabby. How many people were in red raincoats?
Huh?
Miss Lloyd?
How do you figure that?
Mr. Payne's voice can clearly be heard on Miss Lloyd's tape, considering that he was conducting a private conversation with the chief prosecutor. Oh, there was these two old guys standing right in front of me. They were whispering away to each other the whole darn time. She must have been very close indeed to capture it on tape.
You're right, but she's not in the picture.
Precisely. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, do you still believe that you have been hounding the right person? Miss Lloyd, would you mind answering a few questions? Whoa, y'all are fixing to put me under the microscope now? Alright, sure. Knock yourselves out. I got nothing to hide. Okay. I just realized that her jacket says "Go You." That's fun. That's fun. Are there other references on it? There's pipe. Not sure. It's the only one I recognize. Miss Lloyd's testimony. Oh, Global Studios. I see it on her other sleeve. There's another one. That's funny. Are those her sponsors? That's great. It ain't like I was standing still the whole time. No, I was running all over, roving reporter style. And that was a big old crowd. Guess the picture must have been taken while I was in Guess the picture must have been taken while I was in one spot, and the tape's from when I was in another. So quit giving me the evil eye. Ain't nothing but a misunderstanding. Okay. So there's no doubt about the voices on the tape. That was Mr. Payne and the chief prosecutor. I'm certain of it.
Tabby wouldn't lie to us. I know she wouldn't. But if she did, that would mean that she's a liar.
That she's a perp. That too.
Will y'all quit messing with me as if I could have done a thing like that? Little old me?
I might be inclined to believe you if your testimony didn't contain a glaring inconsistency.
It does? I thought it was pretty good.
Seems I have no choice but to present her with the evidence and expose the contradiction. Let me just look through the evidence again. It's been a week. Oops. Okay. And her tape. Honored friends and allies, I'm here today to deliver a message. The president passionately addresses the simple crowd as if trying to shake off the reports of his declining popularity by sheer force of will. The meeting is scheduled for December's speech, correct? Yes, the president wants to take us personally. The president thrusts his fist in the air as the excitement reaches fever pitch. We shall crush the wicked with the righteous hammer of justice. And then bang bang. Is his arm raised? Yes, it is. Okay, we got it. Where do we present it, though? Yeah, she was there when his arm was raised, so. It ain't like I was standing still the whole time. I was just running all over, roving reporter style, and that was a big old crowd. Guess the picture must have been taken while I was in one spot and the tapes from when I was in another. Nope. Which one do I present, though? Let's try the photographs. Okay, that worked. Miss Lloyd, it's imperative for a reporter not to lie, wouldn't you say?
You're danged right it is, and I don't lie.
And yet the photograph and the recording were definitely taken at the same time.
What? You can't prove that.
Imagine if Kay hadn't decided to come along and take a quick selfie. Right? Literally, this whole case is riding on that. Oh, but I can. The evidence is right here in these pictures. It's Kay Faraday. She's the killer. Lock her up. This one in particular shows something that lines up precisely with when you were making your recording. What part of the picture indicates that it must have been taken at the same time as Miss Lloyd's recording?
Take that!
See here, the president has his fist raised. And? What about it? Would you be so kind as to play us the tape again?
See, it ain't that simple.
What if I were to tell you that you don't have a choice? Oh my god.
You don't make it easy, do ya, Ruffles?
Remember, we are concerned with the moment the president raised his fist. No criminal organization, no matter how big, is above the law.
The president thrusts his fist in the air as the excitement reaches fever pitch.
There's the moment right there. Correct. We've now confirmed when it occurred in the recording.
Which means Tabby should be in the picture too.
And she is, right there for all to see. For Miss Lloyd is in fact the person with the red hood.
What?
Oh, pff. Is that a bear trap? That's fun. So you're our shooter, huh?
No, I don't even own a jacket like that.
That's right. From everything we know, the owner of the red raincoat is... John Doe? We've already proven that the raincoat belongs to Mr. Doe. You, Miss Lloyd, were wearing something else. Something that also happened to have a red hood. So there were two people with red hoods all along? Indeed. Mr. Doe's last statement was true.
Wait, but we only found one raincoat. Where's the other one?
Our ice cream seller never mentioned a raincoat, only a red hood. So tell us about your jacket again, Miss Lloyd. Oh. Does it go inside out? I can see the red on the inside. That's funny.
Oh, this old thing? Well, the best thing about it, like I said, is if you get mud and such on it, it's reversible, see? So you just turn it inside out and...
I didn't even notice that until he said it. I was like, yeah, where is her raincoat? Just as I thought.
But the inside of her hood, it's red.
That's right. And when the incident occurred, that's the side of the hood that was visible. What's going on here? What were you really up to, huh, pal?
Wait, I never even wore it that way around,
Perhaps if you would allow us to examine it, we could confirm that for ourselves. It's gonna be covered in mud, isn't it?
And y'all are gonna confirm that how exactly?
It was raining right up until the president's speech, correct? That much has been established already. And as you said yourself.
Heck, I don't use neither. Come rain, sleet, snow or shine, it's my trusty parka every time.
If you haven't reversed your parka since the rain, then the inside should be dry.
Wait a sec now, I got this big old backpack on, see? Well, I can't take off my jacket, yeah. Maybe I could show y'all some other time.
You think an excuse that weak is gonna wash with Mr. Edgeworth?
Oh.
Well, what are you waiting for? If you're innocent, take it off and show us. Okay, Gumshoe, calm down. Calm down. Let's not get hasty here.
It wasn't me, I swear. I never shot the dang president. I could never.
I doubt she's the shooter. That seems too easy. I mean, she could be, but... I don't know. I doubt it. I feel like there's more going on. There usually is with these games. If that's true, Miss Lloyd, then your best option is to cooperate and tell us the truth. Is there a particular reason why you chose to wear a parka with a red hood here today? That doesn't matter. What matters is the fact that you turned it inside out. That's hiding something.
Sorry, Ruffles. There's something I never told you. Something I couldn't. I'm a murdering assassin. But I'll come clean, I promise. Just go easy on me now, you hear?
Who said that? I have no idea who this could possibly be. Hold your horses. It's a little soon for the end game. There's no music, so I can't... Oh, okay, it's this guy. Isn't that one of the bodyguards? Hold your horses. It's a little soon for the end game. That goes for you too, Mr. Prosecutor. You lost this one the moment you made your opening move. That's one of the men from Kay's photograph. I guess I'd better introduce myself. Is this Rook? Oh, the name's... Oh, it's Knight. Okay. The name's Bronco Knight. I'm the president's personal bodyguard. Okay, so it's the other one, Knight. Rook repositioned in light of Knight's injury. Knight to immediate escort president. Are they? Okay. Yeah, he's on the right side. Okay. Godot walks in. Please, I need Godot. And second in command of his security detail. Point that thing someplace else, pal. What the heck's wrong with you?
Sorry, can't help myself. It's just too much fun being this good.
You're not a member of law enforcement, so how did you get a gun?
This old girl's on loan from Zhang Fa, temporarily issued to us presidential bodyguards. Anyway, never mind that. I got 2 tidbits of news for you. You want the good or the bad first? Choice is yours.
I'm indifferent, whichever you prefer.
Or really? You're giving up the first move advantage just like that. Whatever, your loss. I guess I'll push out the first pawn then.
So you play a little chess, I take it.
Fellow fan, are you, Mr. Red Suit?
The name's Edgeworth, and you could say, I dabble.
Duly noted, Mr. Edgeworth. Alright, I'll start with the good news. The president's okay, didn't suffer so much as a scratch.
He didn't? That's a relief. Particularly for the young lady here, that means there is no longer a murder charge on the table.
Yeah, but it's still attempted assassination. Like, that's still a charge. That is good news, huh, Tabby?
Yeah, 'cause I'd never.
Now for the bad news. The only reason the president's alive is because we bodyguards did our job. One of us did anyhow. Our boss put himself in the line of fire.
Oh! Still a murder charge then. Oh, interesting. So, Rook put himself in the line of fire. Interesting. You're referring to your colleague, Mr. Rook?
Yeah, it's game over for him. Man, this is just like chess!
No way. Rook is dead. A genuine loss.
So, you're saying that Tabby...
Yeah, your friend here killed my colleague, my brother-in-arms.
Oh, heck no. I didn't do it. I didn't kill anybody. I could never.
Dude, put the gun down.
I'd shut my mouth if I were you, murderer. Sure, we did what we had to do. Sacrificed one of our pieces to protect the king.
Oh, that's funny. What a funny like gimmick for the intro case to this game. That's fun. But to lose someone like him during a castling, it's a real shame. Castling? What's that even mean? It's a chess term. Very simplistically speaking, it's a move where a rook switches places with the king. Oh my god. Why didn't he just say so? Mr. Knight, was it? Yeah, what? I challenge you to a game of chess. Well, oh my god, we're gonna end up challenging him to mind chess, aren't we? That's gonna be funny. We'll need to see the victim's body right away. And if possible, I'd like to ask the president a few questions. Sorry, no can do. And why not? Because he died as well. I killed him. That's the third piece of news. And it's the piece you're gonna like the least. Oh my god, is he actually dead? I thought you said there were only 2. The National Police Force of Zhang Fa will be handling things from here. Oh, okay. I thought the president died. As well. What? You better be kidding, pal. This investigation was assigned to us. We're not allowed to hand it over. You're the Edgeworth, right? The one who solved the Yatakarasu case? The president mentioned you. I'm honored to have warranted his attention. It makes sense that the chief prosecutor would assign this one to you. Wait, did the chief assign me to appease the president? But that was a mistake. A big one. He should have given the case to somebody with a spine. You're free to take it up with President Wang, if you enjoyed diplomatic incidents, that is.
You're coming with me. We'll continue this on the presidential plane. No. No. I never did nothing, I swear.
Dude.
We can do this the hard way if you like, but in Jangfa, justice is served one way or the other. Ruffles, come on, you gotta help me out here, please.
Miss Lloyd. She was the one in the red hood. There's no denying that now. But I can't help feeling we still don't know the whole truth behind this case.
I'm innocent. You gotta believe me.
Can I really let this happen? Is this really how it ends? The look in her eyes, the crack in her voice as she begs me to help her. This is no act by a criminal. She's genuinely scared. And if I let him take her, we'll never know what really happened. Oh.
What?
Huh? What the?
Get your filthy hands off of...
Oh! Oh! My! What a turn! Quiet now. Is that really any way to greet me? Your neck has barely begun to heal, and you've already forgotten who I am. I'm disappointed. Oh my god!
It's you.
Ah, so you do remember. What do you think you're doing, pal? Put the knife down and give it up. You got some nerve pulling a stunt like this in front of a bunch of police officers. Don't even think about it. You don't stand a chance against this guy.
Who are you really, Mr. Doe?
Let's just say that I'm no simple ice cream seller. Guy's a pro, a hitman. His name's Shelly the Killer. The Killer? We got him! Jump him! There's not a legal professional in the country who doesn't know that name. And I thought you would recognize his symbols, because you literally did that case. An assassin, capable of taking down any target, any place, any time. This isn't the first time our paths have crossed. It's been too long, Mr. Edgeworth. But of course, this is the first time we've met face to face. You're the assassin we've been looking for? In a sense, yes. A certain someone did indeed hire me to carry out a contract. And that contract did specify that I was to assassinate President Wang. Oh. I swear I've seen his picture in one of my old files before, but... how could I have been so careless? My bandage proved useful for bringing a knife into the park undetected, but I miscalculated in certain other regards. He didn't bring a gun? Now, shall we play a little game, Mr. Knight? I know how fond you are of such diversions. The stakes must be high in order for it to be fun, of course. Shall we wager, say, your life? What do you want from me? I would like for you to allow Mr. Edgeworth to remain in charge of the case. You... what? Oh. What are you up to, Killer? I would simply like our mutual friend to see things through to their conclusion.
Huh? Why?
Bastion Rook was a man of great skill, one with whom I felt a certain connection. They were lovers! They were lovers! It is only right that the truth behind his death be brought to light. With Mr. Rook's departure, the case is now yours to investigate. Is it not, Mr. Knight? I'm simply asking you to transfer the authority to Mr. Edgeworth. It's not something worth losing your life over, surely. You're just using the investigation as an excuse to get close to the president. Am I really? I suppose it is true that in order for the investigation to proceed, we will need to enter the presidential plane. You think I'm gonna let you near him? I'm his chief bodyguard.
are you? And here I thought you were only second in command. Damn. Rook's not around. That means I'm number one. I wonder if you have what it takes to step into such capable shoes. Well, of course I do. I'm the leader now, me. If that indeed is the case, then I would ask that you make a choice worthy of a leader. Will you needlessly throw away your life, or will you allow the investigation to continue? Is he really doing this to gain access to the president? Does he even need to? What is he plotting? You have no objections, I trust, Mr. Edgeworth? Come, let us continue the investigation. What do we do, sir? It would seem we have a little choice but to do as we're told. That said, listen, detective, and listen well. I'll buy us some time as I investigate. Meanwhile, you gather the other officers. Have them surround the plane and make absolutely certain that there's no way he can escape. Is he gonna, like, hijack the plane? Yes, sir, you got it. Interesting. Drama. Was the death of Bastion Rook and the revelation that Shelley the Killer was in our midst. The case had taken a turn we could never have predicted. Mr. Knight ordered that the door to the presidential plane be opened. And the emergency personnel attending to Mr. Rook's body were asked to leave. With the scene cleared, we stepped cautiously aboard. Oh. That's a weird placement for the wound. I'm gonna solve this case right now. It couldn't have been from the left side. Because of how he was standing. Interesting. Also, hilarious that they just kind of dragged his body in here and just let him bleed out on the floor. March 25th, 4:15 p.m., Zhangfa presidential plane. Alright. Be right back, gamers. I don't have a be right back soon. Be back soon screen yet. I gotta make that. I forgot to make that. Be right back. I'm Speedy. Speedy. Alright. No president in sight. Now, where could he be? Who knows? So he's hiding behind the bulkhead door over there, is he? As courageous in the face of danger as ever. Sorry to disappoint, but did you seriously expect him to be standing here waiting to meet his assassin? As we have already established, my interest lies only in the successful conclusion of this investigation. Now, Mr. Edgeworth, if you would be so kind as to examine the body. Alright. My only option right now is to play along. The rest is up to you, Detective Gumshoe.
So the attempted assassination of the president has become the murder of a bodyguard.
You look like you could use a little help there, Mr. Edgeworth.
Not that I need it, but yes.
That's what I thought. And there's nothing else for it. Kay Faraday, great thief extraordinaire, we'll just have to take it from here.
Oh, really? You mean you're going to solve the case for me?
Nope.
I thought not.
But I will provide vital assistance. Now let's get scouring this crime scene from top to bottom.
It will take Detective Gumshoe a while to assemble our backup, so I'll need to draw this part of the investigation out for as long as possible. Okay. I must scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. The bullet seems to have entered just under his armpit and went clean through his body. It's under. That means his arm had to have been raised because it didn't strike his arm. The bullet passed through the victim. Where did it end up? He was hit in an area his bulletproof vest didn't cover.
Like it was on purpose or something, huh?
The cause of death would appear to be a loss of blood. Attempts were made to staunch it, but to no avail. The victim bled to death from a gunshot wound to the torso. The bullet passed clean through his body. Interesting.
The medics must have been brought in to try and save him.
Sadly, it was too little too late. It's weird because the bullet was, or at least the laser was on the president's forehead. Really weird. This case is interesting. So the victim was also carrying a revolver.
Looks like he was trying to use it.
He probably drew it on instinct when he felt threatened. We should check to see if he managed to fire any rounds off. All there, and no other signs of the weapon having been used. Was this one on loan from Zheng Fa too?
Yup, sure was. We're always issued with the same model gun.
6-shot revolver on loan from Zheng Fa has not been fired. Okay. It's a bulletproof attaché case. Bodyguards use them to shield their clients from gunfire. There was some in-case photograph too. Looks like Rook and Knight each had one. Designed to provide protection from gunfire, Knight and Rook were each issued one.
Oh hey, that's the photo I snatched!
You can hardly steal a photo at a public event, Kay.
But I'm snatching up a moment in time with every picture I take, you know?
I take it snatch is your new favorite word.
Maybe.
It's the victim, Mr. Bastian Rook, bodyguard to the president of Zheng Fa.
He's one of the guys that brought the president inside as soon as this shooting started.
Which means he continued to do his duty right up until his dying breath.
At least he'll get posthumously promoted?
Kay, it's better to know when to say nothing at all than to end up with your foot in your mouth.
What do you mean?
I mean, bodyguards don't even operate on the same rank promotion system as the police in the first place. Alright. Is that everything? Good. Someone has left an inflatable boat and an oar here. Probably so it's ready to go at any time.
Wait, but there's only one oar.
You can still row with one oar, you know. Okay. 2 gas masks in case of a poison gas attack. Poison gas attack, I suppose. The president certainly seems to think he's at risk of assassination at all times.
Wow, gas masks. I've never seen one before. I've heard plenty about them, of course.
Oh, from a fellow thief, I presume?
No, from the Gem and Ninja. You know, my favorite kids' TV show. Princess Murasake was getting married, but toxic ninja Wolfsbane showed up to lay down some sick burns.
And time to tune out. Might save myself a brain cell or two. I must scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention.
That looks heavy. So this is what the president wears, huh? Must have been made of something super special.
Yes, to protect him from bullets.
What? So it's not just for show?
Of course not. This is a bulletproof vest. Found on the desk, has a bullet lodged in it. Is it the president's?
Oh, so that's what one of those looks like. Why didn't you just say so? Now I feel silly.
These personal safety alarms are very colorful. Looks like they get a lot of use as well.
I like the president. He seems like a thoughtful guy. Buying these for his kids, maybe his wife too.
They're all for him, aren't they? Why would they all be here if that was the case? No, these are for his own personal use.
Objection, Your Honor. It is simply not possible for one person to use this many personal alarms. Why, you ask? Because he is human and therefore possesses only 2 hands.
20 hands wouldn't be enough to count the number of objections I have to that objection. A curious figure of a curious animal with a curious expression is staring straight at me.
And look, there's a big lever right by its butt.
Don't even think about it.
Oh, I wasn't thinking anything, I swear.
I imagine that lever opens the panels beneath my feet. Pull it! Pull it, Kay! Pull it! I see. So he's standing on a trap door. Why is there a trap door in the plane? I strongly advise you not to pull it. Do so and you will regret it. You know, I'm okay with taking some advice. Especially when it's from a professional killer. Okay. Documents of some kind.
We could always steal a glance.
Oh. Oh. So this is from March 19th. This was before their positions got swapped. Spectator area should be covered at all times. President's safety is paramount. Also covered in case amphibious assault. Amphibious assault! But they got rid of the extra bodyguards. Let's cover for Lakeside now. Eyes on this area. Oh. We know who might be in the audience. Interesting. Another security plan.
Yeah, like the one from the trash can.
Precisely. But wait. Something feels off. I mean, yeah, they're swapped, but it said on the other one that they were going to be swapped. Is that what they want? Okay. The 2 plans are different. Was the security detail organized at some point?
Huh? Oh, you're right.
Yeah, we made some last-minute changes yesterday. President's orders. Why the urgency? Because of what happened the day before. The killer here tried to take him down. He infiltrated the security detail, posed as one of us. Rook figured it out first, but not before the guy got within striking distance of the president. Oh. Oh, interesting. If our leader hadn't stepped in just then, we'd all have been out of a job. But he made it, and our friend here wound up with a seriously twisted arm. Rook put a bullet in it for good measure, too. Oh. Okay, so Rook's the reason the killer has an injury.
And where were you while this was happening?
You were the first one I overpowered, were you not?
Ooh, that's embarrassing.
I love Kay. Kay Faraday's such an icon.
Shut up, kid.
Now I get it. Your neck has barely begun to heal and you've already forgotten who I am. I'm disappointed.
It's you. Busted up my neck so bad I can't even look to my right. I was somewhat astonished to have sustained an injury at all. A testament to Mr. Rook's skill. He was truly a master of his craft. Unlike a certain other someone I could mention. I'm as good as he ever was. You were a pawn to his queen, my young friend. What the heck do you know? So that's why you remembered Mr. Rook's name? You admired his skills as a bodyguard? Indeed. While I was serving on the team, I learned the names of all the operatives. But his in particular stayed with me. It joined the very short list of those who have ever successfully wounded me. So that's the connection he was talking about. Okay. And that's why we changed up the security plan. Had to be sure there weren't any more assassins in the ranks. The president didn't want anybody on stage he didn't trust, and he only trusts 2 people. Oh, okay. Me and Rook. Okay. How does that explain your change of position?
Oh yeah, he switched over to the right-hand side.
I told you I can't turn my neck to the right. Could only cover the president's left side. So I wound up moving to the right side of the stage. Knight can't turn his head to the right, so he's moved to the right side of the stage. Got it. Okay. It's a bank of monitors displaying camera feeds from in and around the plane. I must scour the scene and select anything that catches my attention. He didn't say search every nook and cranny, that's crazy. This monitor is displaying a feed of this very room.
They didn't go cheap with when they bought these, huh? Very high res.
Oh, I'm afraid I can't quite tell myself, but...
I can even see the little crow's feet around your eyes. My bad.
They're just the usual deeply etched lines.
They're just the
Oh, no, that's K.
They're just the usual deeply etched lines, you know, on your forehead.
If you've quite finished. What on earth is this? Oh, that. It's the president's favorite plushie. It's a memento of something. Anyway, don't touch. But if that's the case, then why has it been...
left up there like nobody cares about it? Yeah, that is pretty weird.
It certainly wouldn't be the first place I would think to display a beloved item. Wait, are those shards of glass underneath it? I thought something seemed strange about this cubbyhole, but now I'm sure of it. There's almost certainly another monitor here. Oh. Screen showing footage from in and around the aircraft. One monitor is missing. Interesting. These monitors are displaying the cockpit and parts of the plane's exterior, but I don't see anything out of the ordinary. That's the outside of the plane. Most intruders could not hope to approach without being spotted, but such measures would be mere child's play in my case.
Whoa, you're saying you can get past cameras like these without being seen?
Of course, with ease. Oh, I was gonna say Kay's gonna love this.
You have to teach me how, please. Are you taking on apprentices by any chance?
Kay, you do realize who you're talking to, don't you?
Sorry. I had to ask, though. What a great skill for a great thief to know.
Unfortunately for you, I am not the type to take on understudies.
You're not, huh? Shame.
Shame? In what way, exactly? Okay. I think that's all of that. Alright, let's check our logic. Do we have a... Oh. There's still this, I guess. There's a wide selection of protective equipment here. Bulletproof vests, hazmat gear.
No way, there's even a spacesuit!
I get the sense that the president thinks he's very much in need of protection at all costs.
But what if he was in a gunfight and there was poison gas everywhere? And he was in space? What would he do then, huh?
That's a great question. Then he'd simply put on the bulletproof vest, the hazmat gear, and the spacesuit.
That's probably easier said than done.
Okay. Can we move some logic around? Okay, so, yeah. The gun we found in the trash and the gun that Rick has is the same gun. The two guns are exactly the same, meaning it's likely that the one we found is also from Zhang Fa. Found a trash can on the left side of the spectator area, 2 spent bullets, same model as the victims.
The bodyguards all got their guns from Zhang Fa authorities, right?
Yes.
Are they, like, super rare or anything?
No, I don't believe so. This model isn't exactly easy to come by in this country, but it's certainly not impossible either.
Boo. Here I thought they might be valuable treasures.
Yes, it is something of a shame.
Whoa! I just mentioned treasures and you actually responded for once.
I only mean to point out that if the guns were rare, it would be much easier to trace them, which would have made them treasures of the evidence variety, I suppose.
See? Everything's a treasure hunt, one way or another, including this investigation.
You could say that.
Alright then, it's treasure hunting time. On with the investigation.
She certainly seems a lot more enthusiastic all of a sudden. Is it?
Yes! Genius.
2 bullets were fired in total. We know this because 2 shots were heard. One traveled through the flag and the balloon. The other took Mr. Rook's life.
But there's a bullet in the president's vest too, right? How is that possible?
How indeed. The numbers don't add up. However, there is one possible explanation.
There is?
After passing through his body, the bullet that took Mr. Rook's life then found itself lodged in the vest. In other words, 2 of our bullets were, in fact, 1. That makes sense. Okay, I can see that. That makes sense on the positioning too, I guess? But how? How did he get shot? In other words, 2 of our bullets were in fact 1.
No way.
He's right. If the president hadn't been wearing that vest, things could have been a lot worse. And he wasn't injured at all by the impact. Even when obstructed by a vest, a bullet can inflict serious damage. Sure, I know guys who got broken bones that way, but the president's okay. He's made of strong stuff.
Sounds like he didn't even need a vest.
Let's not get carried away here. I want that bullet's ballistic markings analyzed.
Remind me what those are again?
Okay. Okay, you didn't. Well, you see, Kay, ballistic markings. Some might say that, they're like the fingerprints of a gun. Guns leave a unique pattern of grooves on every bullet they fire. By examining these grooves, we can use them to identify which gun it came from. There it is. Oh, so funny. So funny. I love it. Think of them as fingerprints of a sort.
You could tell all that from a bullet? Then what are we waiting for? Analyze away.
Might be easier said than done. That bullet hit solid armor. The impact will have completely flattened it. You'll be lucky if there's anything left for forensics to find.
What? But I was all set for some analyzing.
Stop the bullet that passed through the victim. The bullet itself was crushed flat by the impact. Okay. That's quite enough investigating for now. What is taking so long, Detective Gumshoe? Well, Mr. Edgeworth, have you solved the case? No, not yet. Is that so? Then perhaps interviewing another key witness might help you to do so. Another witness? Who?
You don't mean...
The most important witness of all. The man on the other side of that door. He really intends to have me question the president? Now, if you'd be so kind as to summon him, Mr. Edgeworth. I wonder who it is that hired the killer to kill the president. Is that something we're going to find out in this case, or something that's going to be like the overarching theme for the whole game? Now, if you'd be so kind as to summon him, Mr. Edgeworth. Stop right there, the killer. You're nuts if you think I'd let him anywhere near you. Well, Mr. President, I'm sure you are watching us through your security feed, aren't you? In which case, I'd politely request that you show yourself. That is, if you still value your bodyguard's life. It's so funny if he didn't come in. Is he not gonna come in? Well then, if nothing else, we now know what kind of a man you really are. Mr. President! Stop! You can't do this. Let's all just calm down, alright? Come on, detective. Where the blazes are you? The lights! What's happening? Listen well, Mr. Edgeworth. I would advise you to stay very still. It seems I will not be granted my audience with the president after all. Even with Mr. Knight's life as my bargaining chip. No, stop! Kay, you won't get away with this, to killer. I have seen enough, and now I know the truth. Where are you? Where did you go? I leave the rest in your capable hands, Mr. Edgeworth. There he goes. Worth. Stir. Edgeworth! Mr. Edgeworth! Detective Gumshoe. Sir, Mr. Edgeworth, sir! 4:45 p.m. I must have been knocked unconscious. So are you okay?
You alright, Mr. Edgeworth?
Never mind me. He didn't hurt you, did he, Kay?
Nah, I'm fine. I just woke up myself. My head will be sore for a while, but that's about it, so you can stop worrying.
Detective, did you manage to stop the killer? Well, see. Miss Lloyd came running out of the plane and, she told us he'd flown the coop. We were too late. I'm sorry, sir. Bodyguard over there told us something too. Seems there's an inflatable boat missing from by the window. The killer must have stolen it and rowed himself across the lake. Oh man, there he goes. What about the cordon around the park? I called everybody back in to stake out the plane, including the guy stationed across the water. No, so he's completely slipped through our fingers. I figured he was gonna escape. I don't think they were gonna capture the killer this easily. Not the best look for the department, but yeah. Hey, Edgeworth. Mr. Knight, you're alive. Yeah, no thanks to that murderer. Oh, that reminds me. I found this lying on the ground next to you, Mr. Edgeworth. A calling card marked with a seashell. Now, where have I seen this before? Guess he wanted to leave a message. Left behind by the assassin Shelley the killer when he made his escape, adorned with his distinctive seashell emblem. The killer usually leaves these next to the bodies of his victim. Oh, but you're not dead, sir. But I could have been. Maybe that's the message. I can't stop thinking about his parting words. I have seen enough, and now I know the truth. I leave the rest in your capable hands, Mr. Edgeworth. And now I know the truth. The truth about what? Roger that. I'll clear out here, sir. Over. What's going on? That was the president. He's coming out. Of the closet? Now? We support you, Mr. President. Oh my god. He's buff. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. So he's the president of Zhang Fa, Mr. Dijon Wang. And you are? It's an honor to meet you, Mr. President. My name is Miles Edgeworth. The honor is all mine, Mr. Edgeworth. I am Dijon Wang. Your efforts on behalf of Zhang Fa have not gone unnoticed. You averted something of a crisis. He must be referring to the Atagarasu case. Thank you, sir, but all I did was solve a few local cases of murder. You are too humble. I have been observing your investigation. You are an impressive operator, Mr. Edgeworth. Even if the killer did get away. That was very kind of you to say. So he was watching the security feed. Sadly, I must inform you that this is as far as your investigation goes.
No. He's stopping us. No. Well, 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 well. Well, 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 well. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to the stream. I'm gonna send you all off on a little raid, a silly little raid. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'll send you to Julia. Go send some love over there. And I'll be back soon. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe Thursday. Probably not Friday. I gotta get back to editing. Oh goodness. Thank you guys for tuning in. It was fun. I'll catch y'all later. Bye-bye.
Send you all off in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bye bye.